Are you a chemistry teacher? You don't need expensive reagents to make your class interesting and impactful. With just waste dry cell battery, you can produce these three gases in the lab: hydrogen, oxygen, and chlorine. Dry cell battery is made with manganese 4 oxide powder, the graphite rod, and the zinc casing. So to produce hydrogen, you remove the zinc casing after you have peeled off the battery and then drop it into dilute hydrochloric acid. Then hydrogen gas will be liberated as a colorless, odorless, and then tasteless gas, which by the time you introduce a glowing splint, it burns with a pop sound. Then to make oxygen, you get the manganese 4 oxide powder, drop it into hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide can be found at the chemist shop, and then by the time you drop it, oxygen will come out as a colorless, tasteless, and odorless gas, which by the time you introduce a glowing splint, you now have the glowing splint being rekindled. Then to produce chlorine, you still use the manganese 4 oxide. Then at this time you use concentrated hydrochloric acid. By the time you drop the manganese 4 oxide in the concentrated acid, you warm it a bit. Then you now have chlorine gas coming out as a greenish yellowish gas with pungent smell. And then by the time you now use moist litmus paper, it turns the moist litmus paper changes the color from blue to red, and then later decolorizes it. Okay, so this a cheap and affordable way of making your chemistry class impactful. Thank you.